Business Sidekick.
Hi all, welcome to Business Sidekick. This is Justyna, LiveChat marketer speaking. In today's episode, I'd like to talk about something incredibly important from sales perspective, and that's how to create an ideal customer profile. My today's guest is Emi Mosiewicz, LiveChat sales director, who will share with you her experience in creating business development strategy.
Business Sidekick.
GetUp has recently released their study, Why Your Sales Strategy is Broken and How to Fix It. They interviewed 200 customers and 250 sales professionals to find out whether they feel like they have processes and tools in place to serve their customers. I won't give you all their findings as you can check it by yourself, but I want to draw your attention to two facts. First of them is that only 15% of salespeople are using social media to contact potential customers. Another quite shocking key finding is that less than a tenth of salespeople think that customers are looking for personalized customer service. So, can you just imagine that in 2016 there are people who don't understand that personal touch in customer service can really make a difference for their customers? I mean, just take a look at Zappos, right? So, basically, most of salespeople don't try to use personalization, and only few of them use the social media on which their customers are available. Such mistakes prove that most of marketers don't know what their potential customers like and where they are present. And since I don't want you to make such mistakes, I've asked Emi to give you some information about how to create your ideal customer profile.
Business Sidekick.
Hello, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Emilia. I'm a sales director at LiveChat, where I manage the Outbound Sales Team. I have over 7 years of sales experience and 5 years as a team leader. And for the last couple of years, I've been helping small and medium-sized businesses scaling their sales processes, generating predictable revenue, creating business development strategy, and basically building a sales team. And before joining LiveChat, I used to work remotely and travel the world. I lived in Barcelona, London, Brazil, and spent some time in the US, and that really helped me, understanding on how global business should work.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here comes the first question. What is an ideal customer profile?
Well, ideal customer is a person or a business that simply need your product, that will benefit from it. To go deeper, someone that will bring the biggest revenue to your business.
Mm-hmm. But how customer profile can increase sales?
Well, many owners start their business from a passion for something. For instance, a travel freak opens his own travel agency, or a bike lover kicks off his own store with vintage bicycles. And it's great. But in the middle of this, we forget about a major thing. Would people want or need my product or service? Will I find a market for it? Well, the good news is that online businesses can always find their niche. But still, it's very important to define our ideal customer in order to create a successful marketing strategy. And successful marketing strategy simply increase sales.
Tell me how to create the ideal customer profile.
Well, if you just open your business, you have to predict who is your ideal customer. The moment you do it, you run a market research and confront it with your assumptions. If you're in a stage that you have some clients using your product or service already, you can check which type of a client represents the biggest number in your database, which one brings the biggest income, which one is the effortless one. That client is most likely your ideal customer and a target for future marketing activities.
Mm-hmm. But how to define one?
Well, to define your ideal customer, you have to look at your buyers and check their demographics. So define what is their age, what is their gender. If you can see maybe what is their income, their psychographics. So see what is your buyer's personality type, what are their preferences, and of course behavior. So if you can see what are their similar likes, dislikes, sports, hobbies. For B2B companies, you should also note and check characteristics like number of employees in these companies that buy your product. Maybe check their revenue potential, location, what are their type of business, what is their budget, and definitely try to find out who is the decision maker there. I can give an example. One of the ideal customer profiles for LiveChat are hosting providers. Even though they don't represent the biggest number in our database, they generate the biggest revenue for the company. And in those companies, they have more than 50 employees. They are mainly located in the US, Canada, South Africa. They have dedicated sales team. And the manager of the customer service team is usually the one that makes the buying decision.
Okay, how to find this info?
If you have LiveChat, you can use the reports that we're providing you with. So you can see who's visiting your website, check the history of the chats, look into which clients are the most satisfied ones. If you don't have LiveChat, you just analyze your web traffic, or you can simply see who buys your product. Another cool way is to check up on your competition. You can find, out by visiting their social media profiles like Facebook, Instagram, see on who's active there, who takes pictures with their product. You can also create an event and then ask participants what triggered them to come, see who are they. And also a very cool way is to create a Facebook ad. It's a good and cost-effective way to check on who clicked at your ad, who was interested in your product. And you can see that along with their demographic and psychographic info. You can even click on their profiles and see who are those people.
Mm-hmm. But you were talking about the companies that are already selling, but what if someone just opened their business and don't have any customers yet, or just few of them?
Yeah, well, if you just open your business, you basically have to predict who is your ideal customer. The moment you do it, you can run a market research and confront it with your assumptions.
When I have my ideal customer profile ready, what's next?
Well, many businesses, after creating their ideal customer profile, they put all their effort and money into marketing. And this can be a really bad decision. If you don't have any clients in your portfolio before investing in the marketing, find out if the ideal customer profile that you've created is really your match. From my experience, the best way to do a market research is to run an outbound activities. And by outbound activities, I mean to reach out to your potential clients via email, a phone call, a meeting, any possible activity that will help you gather feedback regarding your product. For B2B clients, an easy and really cheap way to verify your ideal customer profile and get valuable feedback is to find a list of potential clients within your ideal customer profile. And you can do it even using Google. So you write the keywords of the industry, of the location, type of a business, and you export this list, and then you find the decision maker in this company. A decision maker is a person you would like to get in touch with. And you can do it using LinkedIn or social media. So you go on LinkedIn and you find a list of workers that work for a certain company, and then you can find a decision maker there, and then find their email addresses. And you can do it using tools like SellHack or LeadIQ. Then you can draft an email campaign telling that you would love to verify if your product can help them or solve their problem, and that you can tell that you would love to schedule a meeting to talk about it. And there's a lot of tips online on how to write responsive emails. For that, you can check blogs of companies like Write Hello, Yes, we're HubSpot. You can see our blog of LiveChat. And then you can import the emails that you have found into a tool that will allows you to send them in an automatic way, so that you don't have to send the emails one by one. They will send it automatically from your inbox. And my favorite tool here is Woodpecker and MailChimp. That is a free option. And then you can just start a campaign, wait for positive response, and as soon as you get it, you can schedule a call with the interested prospect.
Mm-hmm. It all sounds fun and games, but what if I want to contact 100 companies? Do I have to gather every email one by one? It sounds like, I don't know, tough job.
Well, if you don't want to waste time, or you think that it's it's a very long process, you can simply buy a ready fixed database. But I would recommend you to do it by yourself, because this is the way you will find and you will touch this prospects. So if you find and you create a list of 100 companies that you would like to get in touch with, you go to LinkedIn, and then one by one you find these companies on LinkedIn, find the decision makers, and the rest is quite automated, because you can use in tools to export the emails, and this is a quite automated process, especially if you have MailChimp, so you can send the emails automatically. So it doesn't sound as scary as you may think.
Okay, so I schedule a call or a meeting with them, and what's next?
The moment you have them on a call, you have to simply verify if they need your product, if they need what you sell. And you can ask this by many different questions. You can, if you have a software as a service, you can share your screen, show them your product, verify if the product will solve their problem. If you have a physical product, you can tell about it. You can ask them questions and then send it, and then call them again and ask for the feedback. So there are many different ways, and you can ask many different questions to find it out. And if a big percentage of these clients will tell you, yeah, I could actually benefit from it, or yeah, I'm interested in buying it, I'm interested in using your service or cooperating with your company, that means your ideal customer profile worked. But if you gather a lot of negative feedback, or many prospects will tell you that they're not interested, or maybe they will be if a certain feature or aspect in your offer would look differently, that can mean that your ideal customer profile was wrong. Like, you predicted this in the wrong way, or you need to do some improvements in your product or service.
Let's sum it up.
The best way of creating such profile is checking which type of customers represents the biggest number in your CRM and which bring you the biggest income. That client is most likely your ideal customer and a target for future marketing activities. The most important part is to find out how does this customer get value from using your product or service, and of course, how does they provide value to you, to your company. Once you understand it, try to dig deeper. If you have a B2C company, you should learn the demographics of your customers, personality type, and their behavior. B2C companies, from the other hand, should also find characteristics of the ideal business to work with, like number of employees, their revenue, type of business and budget. But if there's a case that you don't have any customers yet, try to create a fictional customer. If your guess won't be right, you will and you should improve it later.
Business Sidekick.
Last but not least, remember that when you describe your customer, consider whom you'll be marketing the product to and who will buy it. In other words, you have to distinguish a chooser and a user. For example, if you produce toys for children, you might be tempted to market your products to children, but in fact, a person that will buy this will not be a child, it will be its parent. So while your product's user will be a child, its chooser and your ideal customer profile will be an adult. So remember that you need to carefully figure out who will buy your products, because sometimes a person that will use it won't be a person who will buy it.
Business Sidekick.
That's all, folks. Thank you for listening. If you've learned something valuable from this podcast, don't forget to share it with your audience. Business Sidekick is also available on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud, so you can choose a platform that fits you the best. If you'd like to be my guest, you can contact me via email podcast@livechatinc.com, and stay tuned, as in the next episode, my guest will be Adam Toporek, the author, speaker, and customer service influencer. All the best. Cheers.
This podcast was brought to you by LiveChat.